Hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, in whichever time you are listening to this revision lecture. So, in today's lecture, we are going to cover chapter number 5 of Business and Technology. So, try to concentrate. And please give your doubts in the comment section. Okay, right. So, let us start with this small chapter, tiny chapter. Okay, let me share the screen. So, I hope that I am visible to everyone. Right, so let us start our chapter number 5. Our chapter number 5 is stakeholder in business organization. Right, so in this chapter we are going to discuss only about a single concept called as stakeholders. Right, so without delay, let us quickly discuss our concept of stakeholders. See, who are called as stakeholders? As I already told you in our previous lectures, here we are going to do only revision. A revision lecture says, so it will be little bit fast. Please try to participate and try to concentrate. Okay, and if you already know about this, please do repeat along with me. Okay, right. First concept is what is called as stakeholders. Stakeholders are nothing but the group of persons who are interested inside the business. Either there may be financial interest or there may be non-financial interest. Right, beta? So kuch stakeholders, they are interested in this business organizations in through financially, like for example shareholders investing inside a company or a bank providing loan to a company, so they have financial connectivity, isn't it? But whereas coming to some stakeholders, they will not be having any financial interest. Some persons or some groups of persons will not be having any financial interest, but non-financial interest will be there, like general public at large. They do not have any financial interest inside the business, but they are going to influence the decisions of the organization. Correct? So chalo. Next, see, we are going to discuss about all the stakeholders. See, interested का मतलब क्या होता है कि those persons who can influence the decision making of the business organization, they are called as stakeholders. Okay, now let us discuss one by one the total list of shareholder stakeholders. See, you may be confused between stakeholders and shareholders, right beta? So stakeholders, I already told you the meaning. Shareholders means those persons who are holding only shares of a company, they are called as shareholders. So shareholder is one of the stakeholder, but stakeholder means always not a shareholder. Okay, so shareholder is one part of stakeholder. Okay, next let us discuss about other stakeholders. Tell me, debtors, are they stakeholders? Yes. How they are interested inside the business? And here I mentioned external का मतलब क्या होता है कि some stakeholders are there within the organization, connected inside within the business organization, and some are external to the business organization, but still they are connected. Right? They are called as external stakeholders. Now, debtors are interested inside the company in the business. Why? Because they need to make long-term decision as to whether they can continue with this company or they cannot continue their business inside their matlab, can they continue the contract inside the company, or they need not consider the contract inside the business, right beta? Next, what about suppliers? How they are interested? See, suppliers need to assess whether the business is in good position or not, whether if they give the goods to the company, whether the amount is going to come back or not. So that is how they are interested. Government, taxes. Investors, they have already invested the money, so they are interested to know whether the company is working properly or not, so that based upon that they are going to take certain decisions, whether to withdraw the money or whether to invest more. Banks and financial institutions, same to that of suppliers, ये दोनों same है, right? So banks and financial institutions also think that if we give the loans, whether they are repayable or they are not repayable by the business. Researchers, yes, they are also interested in the company's information. Why? Because based upon this, they draft some reports, they prepare some analysis. Trade unions means supply unions, labor unions, customer unions. These all unions will come into picture. So trade unions will also influence the business. Now here you can see trade unions do not have any financial interest. Okay, researchers do not have any financial interest. Okay, but these other stakeholders are having financial interest. Okay, right. So here note down ka matlab, note down the doubts and please put that in the comment box. If you come across any other stakeholder and if you get a doubt that whether sir this will be considered as internal or external and how they are interested, you please put that comment in the what YouTube in your comment box. Okay. Now let us quickly go through our other concepts. So list of stakeholders, employees and managers. See, employees and managers, they come under internal stakeholders. They come under what? Internal stakeholders. So how the employees are interested inside the business? So it may be employee or it may be manager or it may be a board of director. They are interested inside the business in order to run the day-to-day operations. They help in growing the organization and also they help in increasing the profits, isn't it? And along with that, they also require the payment. They also require proper working conditions. Okay, that is how they influence the business. Why? Because if these are all the requirements increasing day by day, don't you think that it will influence the operations and profits of the organization? Yes. Okay, so employees and managers, they come under another category called as connected stakeholders. Connected stakeholders means those stakeholders who are connected internally inside the business organization. Who will be there? Employees and managers of the company will be internally connected inside the business, right? Next we will discuss about external stakeholders. Okay, and that community का मतलब public at large. Okay, public at large. Okay, so public at large, how they are influencing the business? See, if the public doesn't like the business, they may directly put some pressure on the business to change their decisions, isn't it? Like we see certain type of factories are running out of certain villages. Why? Because the protest of the employees, sorry, protest of the community is so high there, isn't it? Or recently we can see that the companies near the Delhi, they are releasing all this waste water to this Yamuna river. So the public is demanding to properly clean their wastages and then release. Okay, without cleaning, they are releasing, due to which this white foam is being formed on the Yamuna river, right? So that is the power of the local community. They can exert the power on the business organization. They can influence the business. Similarly, environmental pressure. Environmental pressure is nothing but whenever the business organization is working, they exploit the resources, natural resources. In that case, they need to also give back in the form of CSR. Okay, corporate social responsibility. Next, government. How the government is interested in the business organization? Nothing but collection of taxes, isn't it? Next, trade unions. See, government is not only interested through taxes, but they also need to ensure that the companies are following the laws and regulations. Like for companies, we are having Companies Act. Banks, we are having Banking Regulation Act. For electricity companies, we are having Electricity Act. Insurance companies, we are having Insurance Act. Isn't it? Now, business organizations need to work under the ambit of all these laws and regulations which are given by the government, right? So this is how government will be influencing the business, right beta? And trade unions, as I already told you, that if there are any labor disputes, then trade unions come and try to resolve the dispute. So this is how they are interested inside the business. Have you all understood? Next comes primary and secondary stakeholders. See, primary and secondary stakeholders are nothing but primary stakeholders का मतलब क्या होता है? First shareholders, sorry, first stakeholders or those persons who are internally connected inside the business. Okay, internally who is connected मतलब business को जो पहला जो interaction होता है किससे साथ होता है? It will happen with the employees, directors, and shareholders of the company. They are called as primary shareholders. Without them, there is no company, isn't it? So generally, these shareholders or these stakeholders come under internal categories. Okay, they are called as primary stakeholders. Secondary stakeholders means are those parties who are having the interest in the organization but have no contractual link. Okay, see here between primary and secondary, only one main concept is there, that is contractual link is there here and is not there here, is not there. Okay, contractual link क्या होता है? See, for example, employees enter into a contract with the company. Board of directors enter into a contract with company. Shareholders enter into a contract with company, isn't it? Like secondary stakeholders which doesn't have contractual link, जैसे कि government don't have any contract with the companies, public at large do not have any contract with the companies, researchers don't have any contract with the companies. Okay, labor unions don't have any contract with the companies. So they come under secondary stakeholders. Are you all understanding the examples also? Done. So this is the concept of primary and secondary stakeholders. And then comes a concept of stakeholder conflict. Stakeholder conflict का मतलब क्या होता है कि different aims of different stakeholders inside the business may contradict each other, like employees and managers. See, employees always want to do less work. Manager always want to do more work. He always try to increase the efficiency of the employees, isn't it? Employees wants more salary. Company want to give less salary. है ना? Similarly, customer versus shareholder. Customer always want the price of the product at very very low, whereas coming to shareholder, he always thinks that let the price be very very high so that I will get more revenue, isn't it? Next, general public versus shareholder. General public always want not to disturb the environment, but shareholder says that in order to increase my profits, okay, damage can be made. Next, managers versus shareholders. Managers always want their salary to increase, but shareholder wants the entire company revenue, company profit should increase so that their value will increase. Okay, मतलब see, all these are stakeholders inside the business. ये सब stakeholders है, लेकिन लेकिन एक शेयर स्टेक होल्डर एंड दूसरा स्टेक होल्डर का जो सोच है ना, उसमें थोड़ा सा अंतर है, ड्यू टू विच देर इज ए कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑफ स्टेक होल्डर्स. आर यू ऑल एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड बेटा? Any doubts, please put in the comment box. Please put in the comment box. Or I am mentioning my phone number here. You please contact. I will mention at the end. Okay? Or I'll mention here. My contact number is WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is 70088125119 is my contact number. You can send me directly message for the clarification. Okay? So next comes a Mandlo matrix. Next comes Mandlo matrix. So this is very, very important from the exam point of view. Very, very important from the exam point of view. The same concept again will come in SBL. The same concept will come in SBL. Now listen very, very carefully. Concentrate, concentrate, concentrate. See, Mandlo is saying that you have different stakeholders. Now every stakeholder can be given equal priority inside the business. Matlab, the priority that an employee gets, the priority that government gets, the priority that media gets. Do you think that it should be same? No. So, in order to identify who are very important, who are not that important, you need to classify all these stakeholders into this matrix called as Mandlow's matrix, so that treatment can be given accordingly. Isn't it? See, I will tell you a small example. Will you treat your will you give the importance to your friend and girlfriend in a similar way? See, both influence your life. Okay, your girlfriend and your normal friend, best friend, these both influence your life, but do you give the same priority? No, है ना? Sometimes friend more priority, and if girlfriend comes, obviously girlfriend more priority, है ना बेटा? So they are stakeholders in your business. Likewise, in company also, whenever there is a stakeholders, you need to understand that how much preference has to be given to which person, isn't it? Now it depends upon two factors. It depends upon what beta? It depends upon two factors called as the level of interest they can show in the company and the power they exert inside the company. मतलब जो स्टेक होल्डर्स है, सो टू व्हाट लेवल दे आर हैविंग द इंटरेस्ट, ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है कंपनी के ट्रांजैक्शंस के अंदर या कम इंटरेस्ट है, एंड देन कितना पावर वो एग्जर्ट कर सकते हैं. ओके, कम पावर या ज्यादा पावर. ओके, बेस्ड अपॉन दैट you need to determine your strategies. Okay, now I will tell you with examples. Listen very very carefully, and if you cannot understand this, once again rewind it. फिर से rewind करो, फिर से सुनो. Come back and listen this concept again. See, now box number 1 is a combination of those stakeholders who are having low interest, and they are also having low power. They are having low interest inside the company. Day to day transaction में उतना power नहीं रहता, interest नहीं रहता है. ओके, एंड उतना पावर भी एग्जर्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं जैसे कि पब्लिक. ओके, फॉर सच टाइप ऑफ स्टेक होल्डर्स, नो, यू नीड टू गिव मिनिमल एफर्ट. मतलब उतना ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट करने के लिए जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, और वी कैन से मीडिया, you need not concentrate much on them. Okay, why? Because they are having less interest in your company. डे टू डे ट्रांजैक्शन में उतना योगदान नहीं है, एंड उतना पावर भी एग्जर्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन देखो लॉन्ग टर्म में इन्फ्लुएंस कर सकते हैं जब भी टाइम आएगा. वेन एवर द टाइम कम्स दे कैन इन्फ्लुएंस योर बिजनेस. but they will not be having that much power inside the company to alter your transactions. Okay. Next, our second box is a combination of low interest and high power. Low interest and high power. लो इंटरेस्ट मतलब कंपनी का डे टू डे ट्रांजैक्शन में उतना योगदान नहीं है, लेकिन बट द पावर दैट दे कैन शो ऑन द कंपनी इज वेरी वेरी हाई, लाइक गवर्नमेंट. ओके, लाइक गवर्नमेंट, लाइक गवर्नमेंट. सो ऑलवेज कीप दम सेटिस्फाइड. स्ट्रैटेजी क्या फॉलो करना पड़ेगा? सेटिस्फाई करना पड़ेगा उनको. ओके. गवर्नमेंट का जो लॉस एंड रेगुलेशंस है, फॉलो इट. Filing of returns, file it. Payment of advance tax, ESI, PF deposits into the government accounts, pension funds, you deposit on time. TDS deposit on time. GST deposit on time. Value added tax deposit on time, etc., etc., etc. So whenever it is required, you keep them satisfied. They will not touch your business. Okay. And then comes our box number 3, which is a combination of high interest and लो पावर. ज्यादा तो इंटरेस्ट है, लेकिन उतना पावर एग्जर्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि शेयर होल्डर्स. ओके, जैसे कि शेयर होल्डर्स. अंडरस्टूड? और वी कैन से लेंडर्स. Okay, they are highly interested. Why? Because without their money, there is no business. But they will not come to your organization and participate in the day-to-day businesses. Isn't it? मतलब interest तो ज़्यादा है. There is high level of interest, but power that they can show on your day-to-day transaction is relatively less. Okay, so keep them informed. मतलब तुम्हारा organization में जो भी हो रहा है, whatever is happening inside your organization, keep them informed. Okay, if dividend is to be declared, inform your shareholders. Change of directors, inform your shareholders. If there is any alteration in the share capital, inform your shareholders, and so on. Okay, and the fourth box is the combination of high interest people and high power. High interest people and high power. High interest people and high power. जैसे कि board of directors, key managerial persons, employees of the company. Okay, so they are closely connected with day-to-day operations. They have high interest. They are having high interest, and also they will be having high power. They will be also having high power. So they are the key players. So try to always satisfy, always try to give as much as priority to these type of key players. Whatever they ask, you need to satisfy them. Right, beta? So this is all about our Mendel's matrix. After this, nothing is there. Okay. So all the best, prepare well. So once again, if you have any doubts in business and technology, and then SBL, audit and assurance, and FM. Okay, you please contact me. 7008881251 is my WhatsApp number. Okay, so try to text. Okay, text or call. First preference is text. If I don't answer, second preference is you can call me. Okay, so have a nice time, everyone, and bye. I'm stopping. So we have completed the revision of this chapter. A very, very small chapter. ठीक है बेटा?